Cool guys, so I'm back. This time we're talking about audio on streaming, right? I've been getting a lot of questions about audio on streaming. I'll put a link in the description as to one of my streams so you can hear how mine sounds. And I'm not using overly expensive gear. I'm using a standard 80-20-20 with a Focusrite interface. Yes, I do have a preamp and compressor, but it's not needed. I'm just overkilling it. Let's dive into it. If you have a bad mic or a not so, if your mic is giving you problems and you can't figure out why it's sounding bad on stream, here's some tips to maybe help you out. I'm using Streamlabs over here, and this is what I got going for me, because in my room it's not the quietest place, it's noisy. At the very moment there's some people like hammering away, they're doing angle grinding outside and whatnot. But I doubt you guys can hear that. And the bird's going crazy inside, busy whistling and banging as well. One of the things, I'm going to talk about the filters inside Streamlabs. It's known as filters, or it's similar to plugins in a DAW. And I'll work you through it as to what it does and how it can help you stream. So I see a lot of streamers using SM7Bs or like the Electro Voice RE20, really expensive mics in our country. I believe we can get away with less. For example, I have a 80-20-20 over here. This is a Audio Technica 80-20-20 entry-level condenser mic. I believe we can all get away with basic microphones if you apply the right knowledge. So this one that I have over here is not a bus powered. It takes a normal XLR cable with phantom power, and then you get it to work, right? Like any other condenser mic. For streaming, if you're only gonna do streaming, I would suggest going bus powered, because it's quick, simple solution, easy to use, I guess. So I'm just gonna give you a quick run through of what I have on my setup to help it sound clean, a little bit crispy, and it's actually very flat at the moment. Like I got no EQ going through to my stream at all. A lot of guys do run mixes as well. But yeah, I'm gonna take you through the filters of Streamlabs. Maybe you can apply it into whatever streaming platform or streaming software that you're using, and I'll talk about what it does, right, and how it's helping me get through a decent stream. Yes, I did study for 3 years audio engineering, so it kind of helps. It kind of helps having that background. The first thing that I added for my stream is that I got a noise gate, right? So what this does is, whenever there's like soft things in the background happening in the room or in the house or outside, the audio doesn't come through. Let me show you quickly. Hopefully it doesn't come through. It's doing its best, the best that it can do. And I'm clicking loud, and the mic is right here. You can hear the difference between my clicks and the voice over here. I mean, and my voice. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna drink some water. Have a listen. That didn't work. Let me explain what this does, right? I got FL over here. This is a plugin by FabFilter. We got a noise gate over here, or just a gate, you know. We got a threshold, meaning that audio will only come through once it reaches a certain level of volume. Then the gate will open, audio comes through, and then when it's softer than that threshold, it will close and you won't hear any audio. That's what a gate does, right? For example, my voice is coming in louder than the threshold over here, and when I stop talking, the gate closes with a dark color over there. And yeah, you can actually see where the noise is busy chilling in my system. Terrible noise flow in the room, believe it or not. Terrible noise flow. So that's how a gate works. You can mess around with your range, ratios. I just max it all out. So it's kind of a hard gate over here. What do I also have? I have noise suppression on top of that. What does it do? So basically, with the gate and the noise suppression in, for example, my computer is extremely loud. It's like right under my desk, which helps. But it's like, it will take your ambient room sounds and do its best to make it like less audible in your stream, right? And then I just got a gain going over here, extra gain, because obviously all of these things do take away some gain here and there. And I just got some makeup gain over here, which isn't all that important. You can always just gain it up on your on your interface, but I don't want to do that because I'm going to clip my interface and it's going to sound like absolute killer. For streaming, that's what I got. And the reason why you can sometimes hear people that I play with online so clearly is because we're running through Discord and they have basic setups as well, same as me. A mic and an interface, preferably a condenser mic, but anything like a SM58 does the job extremely well. So yeah, if you guys are struggling with audio, have a look at these filters that you can add: small gate, a little bit of noise suppression, and a gain. There are other plugins in here as well. Let's have a look at what we got here. Invert Polarity, not all that important because I don't see the reason to invert my polarity at the moment. Compressor, this is good as well. This is just, yeah, if you want your vocal to sound a bit more pleasant and less dynamic range between when you like shouting and just doing normal speech, it's quite useful. But this can also bring in noise if your noise and gate suppression isn't doing what it's supposed to. It can introduce that. It will make it more prominent. What a compressor does, it takes the softer sounds and the louder sounds and just squishes them together. The reason why I don't use a compressor is because I actually have an outboard compressor in the signal train over here. Limiter compressor, either one will do more or less the same thing. Expander, I wouldn't use that. That's a basic rundown of my stream. I wouldn't suggest buying a new mic. If you have a mic and it's not as good as you'd hope it would be, like if you're buying like a mic for like $1,000 second hand or whatever, and it's not performing, that's fine. Just do these things first before you spend like 7k on an SM7B, but then it still sounds like, you know, I believe we can get away with a bad mic and a little bit of knowledge than a good mic and not knowing how to use it properly. Did I say that right? Even if you have a good mic, it's not gonna, sure, it plays a part, but it's not be all. Also, once again, it's that thing of, we don't live in a country where things like SM7Bs are cheap, right? A lot of videos that I've seen is that a lot of people recommend SM7Bs for streaming and all of that stuff. Come on now, it's expensive. In our country, it's really expensive. So I'll do a young mic comparison in prices soon, and we'll see how that goes down the line. I'll compare even my mic to anyone else's mic, because I think I got a decent setup going here. Doesn't sound too bad, does it? If it does, please let me know in the comments section. Hit the like button, go subscribe, give a share over there, it would help a lot. And also, I'm working on a website at the moment, so there'll be stuff to download, some merch, getting that all rolling at the moment. And also I got some new music coming out this month or wherever, on all platforms. Catch you next time.